And that is the original Ghostbusters from 1984, I believe, might be 1985. And honestly, I think this is one of the few near perfect movies out there. It's so tightly written, it's so funny, all the characters rock. I think I've always, this is a movie I've always returned to since I was a little kid. I remember the first time I saw it. I saw it on a TV that was like probably the size of, it was probably the size of a milk crate. It was such a tiny TV, but I remember just being so scared, and also like I just remember it just completely transporting me. Like I was so invested in that movie, and I possibly my love for it is just pure nostalgia. When you see a movie that young, you never really know. But as an adult looking at it through adult eyes and the eyes of someone who just loves filmmaking in general, it is a near perfect movie in my estimation. It's so, the characters in it are so fun. I love the element of them making a business, and it's interesting to think what the movie could have been, because originally I believe it was supposed to have John Belushi and Eddie Murphy, and I would really love to see the alternate dimension where John Belushi was Peter Venkman instead of Bill Murray. Heck, maybe the sequels might have been better if that was the case, because I believe Bill Murray notoriously hates the Ghostbusters, or if he doesn't, he sure makes it seem like he does. And I feel like I feel like Ghostbusters has just a really tight script, and it's the perfect platform for these. I believe they were all I believe they were all Saturday Night Live alumni, if not probably SCTV in some cases. I believe a couple of them might be Canadian, and it's just perfect. Like I said, I think the movie it's shot like a horror movie, but it's a comedy, and I think that really adds to why the movie works so well. It also feels very grounded for most of the movie, and I think that's why in the third act, when the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man attacks the city like a kaiju monster, it hits such a funny beat in that moment, because you from the movie you're seeing, you're not expecting that. I mean, I guess you are now because the movie's like 40 years old, but it's such a funny comedic moment. I think there is maybe some undercooked elements of the screenplay. That's why I said it was near perfect near the beginning. I know I probably said it was perfect a moment ago, but I think it's near perfect. I think one of the problems with the movie is the idea of crossing the streams. I think it's a great device for the end of the movie, but it doesn't feel super important the moment they bring it up, because the scene that they bring up, oh, don't cross the streams, is such a low stakes moment. And then it's the thing that ties the movie together at the very, very end. And if I had to be pedantic or overly critical, that would be the thing I'd criticize. But it's one of those movies that, like, especially when I'm sick or not feeling good or I want like a comfort movie, it's the movie I want to watch.